Well, hey, there you are, Sonja here. Welcome to Sonja's Sermonettes. I know there are many that are wondering what can be done about all this that's been said and talked about in videos and all sorts of kind of things going on about false prophets and all the money makers and what have you. And they have a full, big, blown out of proportion things about other people and what they're doing or not doing and how wrong it is. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm addressing what it is that you or I, or those that are concerned about what others are doing, what we should be doing, what we could be doing to rectify, to help. And my question just pops up in my head over and over again when I hear the least little bit of things about how we got all these false ones here and false ones there. I'm not questioning that. That's up to God and them. That's not up to me. But my thing is this. What are we doing that would give people hope, that would give people truth? Have we got something that we can offer to people instead of more and more bad information? Don't you think that we've heard about enough bad information? Well, you say, Sonja, they got to be informed. Well, it's as if they don't already know. Then they must be blinded, and that's up to God to open their eyes. The problem is, and will be, what are we giving out to the world that would give them hope, that would let them know there is a place of refuge, give them something to follow? What are you feeding the people is what the Lord has impressed my mind with. What are we feeding these people to encourage them, to motivate them, to cause them to want to be a part of God and of Jesus Christ? What is it? Is it dessert? Is it water and bread? What is it? Jesus told his disciple, I want you to feed my sheep. Now, what are we feeding them? Are we feeding them more and more bad information? We just got one video after another, one bit of information after another about what's going on and how bad that is and what have you. What good is that doing? You say, well, they must be revealed. You know what really needs to be revealed? And that's the message of Jesus Christ and the goodness of God, the love of God, the mercy of God. Give people something that they can run to. Give them a place of refuge, just like Jesus told us to do, to go out there and spread the good news. Now, is that good news that we're hearing about all these different people and all their situations and what they have and what others don't have and how much they're spending and how much they got? Is that good news? Ask yourself that. Are you giving out some good news of hope, salvation, redemption, healing, help, joy, peace, love, contentment, understanding? What are we giving to the people that will give them some solace, some place that they feel like this sounds more like what I need to be hearing instead of more and more bad reports? The bad reports are not doing anything but discouraging people. Did you know that? That you think that that's enlightening them? You think that it's giving them directions and they're going to start listening to you? What are you going to tell them once they start listening to you? That's what you've got to ask yourself. What do you have to offer up to them? What's on their plate that you're going to give them a feast? What kind of feast are you going to give them? Are you going to continue to talk about this forever? Or are you going to change and realize what I've done here is I've gotten so tangled up in this mess that's going on. I've gotten so involved in it. I have even forgotten what God has actually called me to do. I have forgotten what my message should be. I have forgotten what lay members' messages should be. I have even forgotten what I need to be focusing on myself. I am tired of hearing about all the bad. And I know people out here don't need any more bad. We need to hear the good news, the hope, the happiness, the joy. The Apostle Paul said, none of these things move me. One of the scriptures that come to my mind when Jesus was being addressed about something that he was doing, he said, what is it to you? In other words, put that all in God's hands. Say, yeah, but they're just pulling and drawing and But what are you pulling and drawing with? What kind of water are you serving? What kind of dish are you setting before them? Is it the same? No, it's worse, because it's not giving them anything that they can hold on to, believe into, and take the promises of God that He said, I will never leave you. David said, though you spread a table in the midst of my enemies. You know what? That's what we need to do. We need to start spreading a table of good news, salvation, healing, redemption, hope, and joy, and peace. I pray people's minds will get off of all the negative inputs and all that's been going on in the world and get it back on where it's supposed to be, which is God and giving out. Go out into the world and tell them. Give them the good news. Now think about that. Think about that. I'm glad you stopped in, and I look forward to the next time. And so until next time.